what we're doing here is changing the oil in the lawnmower. My normal oil pan is too big, so put a bowl. The oil drain's right there, but it's turning. I don't want the whole tube to come out, I just want the cap to come off. And the whole pipe's turning, so try to get my pipe wrench on there, and it won't. It's too big, so we're gonna set the camera right here and see if I can hold it with channel locks.
Oh, the movie.
See if we can hold it with channel locks. Get this thing loosened up.
You're watching it, dude. He dropped it. Funny.
Gotta help her.
Mickey,
Alright.
where's me? Where's me?
You have to wait until I stop recording. Oop. Okay. Hopefully we don't make a mess. That is nasty oil. It's been in there a while. Let's loosen the dipstick so it'll drain a little faster. Well, I will probably stop recording because this is the most exciting thing. Watching oil drain. Got a close up. I need to find a good use for used oil because I do all the oil changes on my vehicles. And in my garage, what I do is when I change the oil, I put it in my oil pan, and then I pour up the oil out of the oil pan into the oil containers from the new oil. So after instead of throwing away the used oil containers, I keep them to put the old oil in. And so, you need to take it and have it recycled unless there's some other better use for used oil. But you don't want to pour it out or dump it somewhere. So the easiest thing is just reuse the oil containers. Got some cheap oil to put back in. Non-detergent. If you're most of these lawnmowers, you want to use non-detergent because at least an old lawnmower, because most likely it's had non-detergent in it. If you start using detergent oil after it's built up a lot of carbon under the rings, then it'll cause it to start smoking. If you're starting off with the new lawnmower, probably be good to use detergent oil because you keep the motor good and clean. On something like this, you don't want it to start smoking. Well, I think we're gonna stop recording now. Still haven't made a thing for the hood. As you can see, it's pulling the plastic because it's putting a lot of stress on it, holding the hood up. And I'm gonna have to do some patching on the deck. And I think I've got a spindle bearing that's starting to go out. Hopefully it didn't freeze up over the winter. That one's free. And that one's free. They're just noisy. Can't really see the transmission in there. Check the blades. I don't think they need sharpening. No, not yet. That's just sharpened them not too long ago. They're a little dull, but they'll work. We don't really have time today. I wasn't going to change the oil because I am in a hurry, but when I pulled the dipstick out, well, you can't see it now, but the oil, where to focus, the oil, there's the fill mark right there. I don't know if you can see it. Oil was way up here, and I don't ever overfill it. And so I think what happened, if I remember right, when I parked it over the winter, it had quite a bit of gas in it. Not a full tank, but definitely wasn't on empty. And you can look in there, there's barely any in it. Because I think the float got stuck in the carburetor and it leaked gas into the cylinders. And when it did that, it leaked past the rings and went into the oil pan. So that's probably a mixture of gas and oil. It looks kind of thick though, so it may not be, but I'm pretty sure I didn't overfill it, and I don't see how water could have gotten in it. So I guess it was either overfilled or it had some gas in it. Just about done. We will put the cap back on it and fill it up with some new oil. Not real sure how much this thing takes. I got 2 quarts, should be enough. And I'll make a short video of mowing. Can't do a video of the whole thing because that would get boring and that would be way too long of a video. It doesn't take too long, but it takes about an hour to mow it. Maybe probably 45 minutes. I gotta pick up all the junk. There's a log. I think the dog dragged it off the wood pile over there. And got a fence panel. It's down during the Hurricane Ike. We lost pretty much all of our fence. That section right there stayed up, but it was real flimsy afterwards. I braced it up. I'm eventually going to replace it, but I've been so busy working, I just kind of braced it up so it'd be straight and flimsy until I can get around to it. Replaced all of that. I reused the pickets for the back part there because you can see it's just kind of grown up. It's a grown up lot behind the house, and so no sense putting new pickets up there. New pickets there. Neighbor actually put up that side, but put up that over there. New pickets. So we've got a couple. I saved a couple panels to scrap out some of the lumber from, because there's good, still good 2x4s and a couple good pickets. You can salvage to save for spares. When they get broken stuff. That wood rack I made out of some of the wood, the extra wood from the panels, all the 2x4s. So it's a free wood rack. All right, see you in a little bit mowing.